my friends of hope. Welcome back as my co-driver. Welcome back here in my car as my co-driver. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Today's topic, police brutality. Where does it come from? Where are the roots? So I've watched a video and it was very inspiring. And in this video, I will show some sequences out of it in a few seconds. So, and one sequence is about a police officer who worked years and years as a police officer. And he said the main reason why policemen become evil, do evil stuff, shoot people, punch them, etc., is the source is fear. They are filled with fear.
The key thing to understand, Mike told me, is that in many cases, the officers who treat people like that are doing so because they're afraid.
I've always thought that those are the ones that actually cross the line more, is the ones that are afraid. And that's our standard in policing, is fear. So if you're afraid, you can do whatever you want. That's the legal standard.
Oh.
So if I am afraid that you can take my life, then I'm allowed to take yours legally.
Where does the fear come from then? Like in the guys that do have the fear, it sounds like you think that a lot of them, or most of them do.
The pussies. I'm not afraid to say it. They were the people that were afraid before they came in, and just because you got a badge and a gun doesn't suddenly mean you're not afraid.
So I think he put it wonderfully in words. So it's a very, very heavy statement, but I think it's absolutely true. So the source of human evil lies always in fear. So the more you are filled with fear, the more you become evil. So the more you do evil stuff, you become aggressive. You punch people, you want to control. So it goes like this. First of all, where does fear come from? If it comes from the unknown, so you do not know, then fear arises. Out of fear comes control, and then after control, aggression, and it leads till death, murder, etc. So it's always the same. First is I don't know, and from this unknown arises fear. So the answer to conquer fear is to know, to dive into the stuff you do not know, the stuff you fear. And then if you dive into this, then fear will vanish. Okay? So for an example with this police brutality. So there's a statistic that the more police brutality is in some area, is that people, the policemen, do not have any connections to the black community, for example. Okay? So the other way around, if in a certain area policemen and black community come together, they eat together, talk together, so this thing, if they come together, then the less brutality, police brutality appears. So this is a fact. Okay? Like in Germany, the most where people are afraid of foreigners, racism, is in that areas where there are almost no foreigners, where there are almost no black men or refugees, etc. Okay, and it's absolutely logical because you fear the things that you do not know. So, and then let us play the second clip. Wait, and then let us talk about it, okay?
It seems like you need a reason. You were saying earlier that
but
it's
you
arbitrary.
don't. That's the thing you're not understanding. So like they were in the street.
That's
That's
it?
enough.
That's enough?
Yeah, it's jaywalking. Okay, so if they throw a cigarette on the ground, you can do it. And people do those petty arrests. You'll see them. So Freddie Gray being arrested for a spring-loaded pocket knife, you can't tell me that black people carry spring-assisted pocket knives at a greater ratio than white people do. That's or even Hispanics because they're doing the construction sites around here. That's a ridiculous thing to say. Of course we all have I have a spring-assisted pocket knife. conveniently, legally, there's an exception for police, imagine that. So when you go and you look at the arrest records, what are you going to see? But the people here are carrying spring-assisted pocket knives at the same ratio as the people up there. So we're not focused on the crime of the spring-assisted pocket knife. We're focused on the crime of being black and poor.
So this is a typical thing from fear. If you do not conquer fear, then you are so afraid all the time that, for example, in this police brutality thing, that they start just to get to those black people, to the poor people, and just arrest them. Because in their minds, they are all evil. Oh my God, they will kill everybody. They're such evil guys. The blacks are so evil. The poor people, they are so evil. We have to do the first step. We have to be the first one who arrests them. Otherwise, they will do evil, evil things. Okay, so this arises out of this unknown. I do not know those black people. I do not know the poor people. And so they react. It's so evil. So they do not conquer fear with, hey, I have to get into the community. And this is the absolute, the answer to all of this. To get to know your community. If you are a cop, and for me, 50% from the time you spend as a policeman should be to be in the community, to talk with each other, to learn each other. I want to know you, you want to know me. So we have to communicate.
What we have to do is we have to start thinking about what are we actually doing and what are our goals. So if our goals are to reduce violent crime, we have to change our metrics. So right now our metric is arrest. That's what judges and officers. So who's in charge of these metrics? It's command and it's politicians. So we have to change the metric to crime reduction, to justice, to problem solving. So that would be a continual metric where you would always have something to do, where you would always improve the community, because you should be focused on improving your post, not on locking up many of those people up on your post. Because if you're taking their freedom away, how are you not going to be their enemy?
And from the unknown arises this fear. Okay, so this is my clear answer to that. The answer is not to arrest everybody. The answer is to get to know each other. So that's why I say my clear answer, 50% must be from the policeman. The work of the policeman must be to get to know your area, to know your people, who you should protect. And then out of this, there will arise this understanding. And out of this understanding, the fear will vanish. So this is my answer to police brutality, which arises always out of fear. What do you think? If you like this video, if you think, okay, you have the same opinion, like this video. If you say, no, I'm a policeman, I think it's completely opposite, just write your comments down in the section below. Let me know what you're thinking. And if you think, well, it's a good idea, it's a good way to answer this question, how to end police brutality, then please share this video, subscribe to this channel, and let us talk more and more deeper stuff to feel what's going on. Not only to say, okay, policemen are bad, or just to say the poor men are bad, oh, the black people are bad. Because from the beginning, when we are born, we are all the same. All. The policeman, the black, the poor, the rich. Everybody's the same from the beginning. And then we get filled our brains with informations. So, if you like this video, like, subscribe, share it, and as we see each other next Sunday at 7 p.m. Until then, bye-bye.
We're setting the stage and then going, oh my gosh, look at this stage. Well, yeah, we created it.